Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on X at green_Jericho. On Instagram at JGTalk2. Like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you get yourself some moich. So, it is official. We are in a trade war with China. They have just retaliated with a 125% tariff on America. Dun, dun, dun. The hell does all that mean? Well, obviously, if they're charging us more to import their goods, that cost will be passed on to you and I, the consumer. There isn't a business out there who's going to say, hey, I'll absorb that extra cost for you, customer. Don't worry about it. So, of course, that's going to happen. But same for them. And China's economy is much more shaky than America's could ever be. And we are not their biggest trade partner, maybe biggest single country. We're about 10% of their exports. So, pretty good. But I think where Trump is going to squeeze China's financial nuts and grab them by their short and curlies is getting the rest of the world to get on board with us. China might be able to sustain 124% tariffs from us, which is what we levied on them the other day. But I don't know if they could take that, and maybe it wouldn't get that high, but I don't think they could take pretty much the rest of the world hitting in with high tariffs, because then what? What are they going to do? How are they going to afford to bring goods into their country? And some of their other biggest customers are the countries right next to them. South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and they're all cool with us. Even Japan, despite, that little dust up in August of 45. So they're all with us. And I was listening, I can't remember who it was yesterday, but I was listening or watching a video, listening to it while I was doing something else. And they were saying that if it came down to it, if Trump wanted to get cray-cray, he could physically blockade China from the rest of the world. We can get South Korea, Japan, Taiwan to physically block the pathways for the ships to get in and bring them shit. So how long would it take if it came to that? It's pretty extreme. I don't think either country wants that, even though I think that would guarantee a quote-unquote win for us in this tariff war, this economic war that we're in with China. I don't think Trump wants to do that. I don't think he wants it to get to that. Will he do it if necessary? Of course. Of course he would. Anything for America. Us, number one over all else, by any means necessary. But I don't think he wants it to come to that. But if he did, he could. And if we did do that, how long could China sustain that? You already have over 1 million people fucking starving in China. So how long could they handle not getting their shit from the rest of the world, or even not being able to send their shit to the rest of the world? Imagine China making all that cheap shit by all those little tiny underage Chinese hands with the nets around the factory so they don't jump to their death, because death is better than the work they have to do. They make all that stuff, and then it's loaded up on ships and you can't move it. Then it becomes worthless. Then the people start starving. Then they can't pay the people. And maybe they'll storm Xi Jinping's palace and do something to him. I don't know. But yes, on the surface, this looks bad. This is going to kick us in our financial nuts, but we have to weather the storm. We have to get through it. And I think that, dare I say, this is a time when it's good to be a Californian. Can I say that? Because we're used to high ass prices. My gas is almost $5 a gallon. It's a few breaths from being $5 a gallon. Everything is expensive here. All the food is expensive. It's compared to the rest of the country. Somebody comes here from out of state, you're going to pass out. So California, we're kind of already used to this bullshit. Not because of not so much of what's going on, because of what's going on in the world, but because we have the nephew of Nancy Pelosi, aka the personal assistant to Satan, Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom, as our governor. So he keeps those taxes high. Gas, property, you name it. So I don't know how much higher the water's going to rise for California, but we're getting pretty used to this bullshit. We are used to it. So, of course, the left is panicking. Trump, he's going to destroy. I heard multiple people say that Trump wanted to get in office so he could tank the stock market and destroy the economy so his, quote, billionaire buddies can buy stocks and other things cheap. That's why. And who are these billionaire buddies? I mean, Elon Musk, okay. Who else? Who else are Trump's billionaire buddies who are going to benefit? Speaking of Elon Musk, there's oh man, I should have turned the camera around. There's a Cybertruck right there. But who are these people? Who are these billionaire buddies? Where's the list of these people who are benefiting from Trump, quote unquote, tanking the economy? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Trump has a few dollars tied up in this American economy as well. So I don't think he would fuck himself. But yes, we have to do it. This is what happens when the previous administration works us into a position where we have to do this. We have to regain the respect of the rest of the world. We have to reposition America. We have to jockey for our old position as number one in the world. How can anybody be okay with another country charging us more to bring our shit to their country than we charge them to bring their shit into ours? And we bring way more of their shit into our country than they do into their country. That does not make sense. That's why you have 70 to 80 countries. That's just the last time I checked. I'm sure it's going to end up being all of them. But that's why you have 75 to 80 countries right now getting in contact with Trump, coming to visit Trump to talk about these tariffs, because the rest of the world cannot sustain it. And if we have the rest of the world by their financial nuts, then we have more leverage with China. Because it's not only us that has a problem with your tariffs, China. It's this country and that country and these countries and those other countries. And if you get enough of those countries together, China's not selling shit. China's economy is very much a paper dragon. Pun intended. I'm for the tariffs. We just got to grin and bear it. What else can you say? But you know that on the other side is prosperity. On the other side is financial freedom. On the other side is a boost for us to have to pursue our happiness. This is Andy Dufresne crawling through 200 yards of raw human feces and whatever else those prisoners put down the drain. But what was waiting for him when he got to the other side? Glory. What did Indiana Jones tell Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? He said, "Why you do this, Dr. Jones?" He said, "Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory." And that's what's waiting for us. So all you other countries, get your punk ass in line. There's a new sheriff in town. Open your wallets. We will be number one. We will be number one in production and exports in the world. We will win. Why? Because that's the way it needs to be. The world is a better place when America is doing well. Period. You want China running shit? Of course you don't. What say you? Meet me in the comments. What do you think about these tariffs? Am I wrong? Or do you think I'm wrong? Will we be hurt by this? Will there be more pain than pleasure? Is this a mistake? Does Trump not know what he's doing? Or does he know what he's doing? Is this just a little bit of pain before the maximum pleasure? I think it's the latter, but I'm going to talk to you. Talk to me, Goose. Do you know how it goes? I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.